Where's Batman? Fuck Batman.
What the freak did I just see? What is good, everybody? It is your girl Nia, the video gamer, representing for Planet EJOBN. And now it's time for everybody's favorite pastime, crapping on DC live action. Let's get it! So at San Diego Comic-Con, DC and Warner Brothers finally gave us the first look at the live action Titans trailer for the DC Universe streaming service. For those of you guys who are familiar with Planet EJOBN, I already told you guys about the DC Universe streaming app and what type of services are going to be included with this app. Exclusive TV shows like Titans, Swamp Thing, the Harley Quinn show, Young Justice, Outsiders is all going to be a part of the streaming service. They are really leading the charge with Titans to entice people to subscribe to the DC Universe app early. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really wasn't excited for the Titans TV show from jump. In my opinion, Titans really shouldn't be relegated to a TV show. They really need a bigger budget, like a movie budget, in order to make the characters pop, in order to really tell the type of stories that DC needs to be telling with the Titans. When those leaked set photos were revealed, that's when I really knew that my unexcitement for this TV show was absolutely warranted. But of course, the optimism in me always said, okay, well, these set photos, they look like garbage, okay, but let's wait to see what it actually looks like in motion. And that's what they gave us at Comic-Con this year. So going into this trailer, my expectations were already hella low. So I woke up that morning on Thursday morning, I saw everybody posting and retweeting the Titans trailer, so I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna look at anybody else's thoughts because I want to save my thoughts for me so that I can go in and then get a fresh reaction out of this trailer. And let me tell you guys, even though I went into this trailer with low expectations, I was still very much disappointed with what I saw. So let's talk about character by character before we talk about the actual mood of this trailer. So they show us a little bit of Dick Grayson. So you guys know that Dick Grayson was once a detective. He is met by Raven, who is asking Dick Grayson for help. And then we go on this whole spiel. It's pretty much from Dick Grayson's point of view. So there's these fight scenes in the trailer where Dick Grayson is brutally beating these guys, like stabbing them in the collarbone, stepping on jaws. Like, he was just incredibly brutal. I don't like seeing Dick Grayson like this. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't like seeing Dick Grayson like this. And I think that as far as a first impression for the character that we all think that Dick Grayson is, this did not leave a very good taste in my mouth. I feel that as far as the character, the actor himself, he really doesn't give me a Dick Grayson vibe. To me, he looks too young, first of all. He doesn't look as heroic. He doesn't really have much of a presence to him that will lead us to believe that he is the leader of this team. We know that the costume looks great. That's one of the things they've been pushing the most is his costume. His costume looks absolutely great, but that's not the problem. The problem is the actor. The suit looks tight, but the actor does not look tight in this suit, like, whatsoever. And so those of you guys who know anything about Nightwing or Dick Grayson, you guys know that he is one of the few male comic book heroes in comic books who is considered a sex symbol. You know, ever since he found his identity in Nightwing and got outside of the shadow of Batman, he became his own man. He was really, you know, becoming an adult and, you know, finding his own groove. You know what I'm saying? He was sexy. He had that swag, you know what I'm saying? And then he also had the presence and the demeanor of a leader. This actor doesn't give me any of that whatsoever. This actor has no swag. So let's talk about Raven. With Raven, I kind of understand where they're going with Raven. They don't want to be too costumey and too comic book with Raven. They kind of want to base Raven in more of a realistic setting of what a girl like Raven would look like in real life, kind of giving her like this whole goth emo vibe. But I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm not really feeling her, man. I feel like she's too young. I feel that wig though, I don't know what is up with hair with these characters. That lace front or whatever hairstyle that this girl has is Raven. Garbage. Trash. Beast Boy, who we barely saw, looks whack. Like, you know what the thing that upsets me the most about Beast Boy in this show? The guy who plays Beast Boy is a guy by the name of Ryan Potter. He's already an actor. I think he does a lot of Disney stuff. He did a martial arts montage last year because he was campaigning to be Tim Drake in the DC movie universe. And instead of, you know, giving him some kind of role in a movie, which I think he would have actually fit better in, they gave him the role of Beast Boy. And when I heard that he was going to be Beast Boy, I was like, okay, well, good for him. He's attached to DC in some kind of way. But from what we're seeing in this trailer, I like the actor himself as Beast Boy. To be honest, I think he's one of the more positive castings in this TV show. Because he could be a great Beast Boy if the stylist actually knew what to freaking do with these characters. But anyway, we didn't get to see a whole lot of him, so I really don't know what more to say about the way that he looks. But one thing that I do know was that Homeboy was robbed, and I really feel like that. So next, let's talk about Hawk and Dove. Actually, Hawk and Dove look pretty tight. They look very comic book accurate. I think their costumes look damn near movie quality, just like Robin's costume. And they look tight from what I can see. Now, they didn't show Hawk and Dove that much, but I really like what I see from Hawk and Dove. So I actually think they are the ones who actually look legitimately tight. I have no issues whatsoever with Hawk and Dove in this show. So let's talk about Starfire. She's been getting the brunt of the hate online, and to be honest, I think it's incredibly unfair. But let's be real, I think that Starfire looks like absolute garbage. And I think the reason why she stands out the most in this whole ordeal is because, one, the actress who plays Starfire, I think she's too old. Anna Diop is in her 30s. She's a beautiful woman, but I have to question why they would make Starfire so old. Maybe whenever I see the show for myself, I could probably fill out why they chose this woman. But I don't know, man. I just feel like her casting is very strange. So let's talk about her outfit, though. So we've already established off top that the stylist of this TV show needs to be fired. Like, they have no business styling anybody, and the majority of the cast looks whack. But Starfire by far stands out the most out of everybody in this TV show. That wig is whack, the costume is whack, the boots are whack, the coat is whack, everything about her costume is whack. And the sad part is, the actress herself is a very beautiful woman. She has beautiful skin, but the stylist, it's like they took away a part of her beauty by giving her all this whack stuff to wear, bro. I feel like I can speak on this as a fellow black woman, but I feel low-key offended because it almost feels like the way that she was styled was intentionally ridiculous. So let's talk about just the overall trailer, forgetting about the way that the characters look. I don't like the direction that they're going with Titans. I understand that they want to bring more sophisticated storylines and they want to do more with the DC characters that they're not able to do on the CW, for example, because that's a network television station. But this ain't it. I don't know if Titans is the TV show to go with on this particular style. Like, don't get it twisted. The Teen Titans have gone through a lot of dark things. You know, there's a lot of dark things that happen to them. There's a lot of things that they encounter that are very traumatizing to anybody, let alone a young person. But the thing that sets the Teen Titans apart from, for example, the Justice League, they're adults, they're more serious, they only get together for big events and things that are happening that affect people on a global scale. Whereas the Teen Titans have always been a team, of course, that does face a lot of the same or similar threats. But at the end of the day, they've always been sort of like a family. You know, they are a group of young people who are dealing with things like, you know, romance, their identity, feeling like outsiders, and they have found community within themselves as a group. From this trailer, I don't really get that. It doesn't feel like a family. I don't like this doom and gloom Snyderverse type feel from this trailer. I absolutely hated the Titans trailer. If I want to be 100% real, I hated it. That being said, let's talk about some real talk for a minute. So we've already established how much we hate the Titans trailer. We've already established how much we hate the look of this trailer. We've already discussed how much we hate the costumes and the overall style of these characters for a TV setting. But let's not pretend that there's not an elephant in the room. Even though all of the characters look like garbage, Anna Diop, the actress, has been getting hate on a more personal level than anybody else in the cast. And I feel like, considering that this is a Black Nerd channel, it is my responsibility to say what I'm about to say. Anna Diop has been harassed to such an extreme degree for her involvement with Titans and Starfire that she has disabled her comments on her Instagram and her social media. I checked out her Instagram the other day. She only has like 5 or 6 pictures on her Instagram right now. Everything that is revolving around her career, and especially the stuff revolving around Titans, she has taken down off of her Instagram. And I understand, as nerds, we take the stuff personally, because these are characters that we grew up with. These are characters that we have invested so many years of our lives into getting to know these characters. Nerd rage is real, and sometimes I definitely feel it too. But I think that one thing that we have to understand is that words do have power. Your words are more than just characters and symbols being jolted into that atmosphere. Your words have power, and they have the ability to manifest themselves into living, breathing things. And these living, breathing things have the potential to get people fired, like in the case of a director over the course of this weekend. Your words have the ability to lower people's self-confidence and self-esteem, like in the case of some of the Star Wars cast members. They have the ability to reveal thinly veiled and even blatant racism and colorism, as in the case of what's going on right now with Anna Diop at Starfire. And my hope is that obviously we remain honest about our concerns when it comes down to characters that we love, but at the same time we have to remember that while it's okay to be honest about how you feel about this stuff, obviously it's okay to tell these companies what you want and what you don't want as a consumer. I feel like as consumers, it's our right to say what we will not spend money on. But one thing that I think that we should really take away from this whole situation is that we can feel all of these things, but to also to be responsible with our words and the messages that we perpetuate over the internet.
Also, did we forget that Starfire is an alien who could literally be played by any human? Because she's an alien who could literally be played by any human. Her ethnicity really doesn't matter. So if one of the reasons why you're upset about Starfire being black is because of a race swap, I'm gonna really ask you, how easy is it really to find a real Tamranian actress to play this role? I mean, what?
Anyway, getting all that serious stuff out of the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like content like this for Planet EJOBN. Don't forget to follow us on social media and participate in the conversation. Don't forget to join our Facebook group if you have not joined the Facebook group already, where we have thousands and thousands and thousands of nerds just like you who are discussing comic books, movies, video games, anime, you name it, you guys. Until next time, we'll talk to you all later. Peace out.